concern?
The big headline over the last couple of days has been the visit of US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan. This has got China very, very upset. You've seen strong statements coming out from the People's Republic of China and the threat of targeted military action. They've also stopped the imports of some products from Taiwan like fruits, etc. But what is making China so angry? Why are they upset over the visit of a senior US politician to Taiwan? And that's what we're going to try and explain. So the story actually begins all the way in 1949 when there was a split between the Mao Zedong faction and the KMT. The KMT, who was part of the Civil War as well, fled to Taiwan and created what they called the Republic of China. Meanwhile, we know the rest of the history and how the People's Republic of China has now come about over all of these years. The essential fight is that the People's Republic of China believes that Taiwan is very much a part of their nation and their larger concept of one China that Xi Jinping wants to really put into action and unify the two sides. The visit of a senior US politician shows recognition of Taiwan's hopes for freedom and being a separate nation. That's the crux of the entire fight. Now, what is the world's position on this? And this is the important part. In 1979, Jimmy Carter, the then US president, signed a decree with China, the People's Republic of China, where they recognized the concept of one China. They refused to recognize Taiwan as a separate entity, but at the same time, they said they would continue to have friendly cultural ties with Taiwan. They will continue to support them and also give them money and arms for defense purposes. Their statement is also, and their position is also, that they believe any kind of conflict should be resolved peacefully. So the US has always had this ambiguous sort of position where they have a friendly relationship with Taiwan. There is a support of some sorts, but officially they don't say that we think Taiwan is a separate nation. Nancy Pelosi going there, meeting with the leaders, the elected leaders of Taiwan, seems to be a snub for China's claim that Taiwan is a part of our country. You cannot go and speak to them separately and try and have some independent ties. And that is at the base of all of this problem. Now, what is the world's position? And this is what's interesting. Only a handful of nations around the world recognize Taiwan's claim to be an independent nation. Most of them, including the US and India, recognize the one China claim and that the People's Republic of China is the only China out there. The big question now, that after this so-called snub, after deploying its warships and flying its military planes along the Taiwan Strait where that invisible sort of border is, will China do something else? Will it go one step further? Will we possibly see a Russia-Ukraine kind of situation? That's what the world is hoping does not happen. Clearly, we can ill afford another geopolitical conflict at this point.